Hello, everybody. Here's Efren again on Thursday, May 7th, to our Open Office Hours. Once again, thank you, everybody, for coming. And, of course, thanks, everybody, for that you're watching this later on. So, as usual, I'm going to get started with a couple things that are happening within the digital marketing industry right now. And I'm going to share my screen so that we can actually talk about this. First thing, here we go. First thing, Forbes came with an article on the 5th that GoDaddy confirmed a data breach. That means that I believe it was 77, here it is. More than 19 million customers have actually been affected by this data breach. That means that if you either host your website in GoDaddy or you register your domains in GoDaddy, you should, of course, go in, change passwords right now. And equally as important, GoDaddy sent an email to all customers affected, so you're going to see it on your mailbox. Make sure you check your spam folder. Sometimes, at least for me, GoDaddy's emails sometimes go into my spam folder. And yeah, so you have to make sure. We have to make sure that. We have to make sure that, of course, we look into making sure that all our data is actually secure. As you guys imagine, as you guys can imagine, like we're all working from home. I think somebody just dropped by to deliver something, or maybe a plastic bag is just rotating around. And I guess you guys heard the dogs barking, so I apologize for that. Sorry, I think was somebody asking a question?
When did this data breach happen?
Here, you know what? Let's check it out. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Cool. They broke the news on the 5th.
Okay.
When it actually happened, I don't think I read it in this particular article. There it is. It was reported on March 31st. One of the reporters reported on March 31st. Usually companies don't necessarily come out and say, hey, this is the exact day it happened. It's more usually when they identify it. The question is, of course, how long has it been since somebody has have access to that information, right?
Right.
Seems that GoDaddy identified something on April 23rd, which was about 10 days ago.
Okay.
But yeah, so make sure if you do have accounts with GoDaddy, you go into GoDaddy, change your passwords, and of course check your own email to make sure that if you've been one of the people that have been affected or not. The next thing I wanted to talk about today, and I see that more people have joined in, so thank you very much. I think one of the most underrated things or underrated tools that we have in digital marketing is the art of copywriting. And I do call it, and I do mention it as an art because it truly is, right? Mm-hmm. And I have this article that are the 17 tips for great copywriting. And I'm just going to go through some of them just so that you guys can see some of the examples that show up, right? So for example, on your titles, try to make it shorter so that the message gets across a little bit better, right? So instead of saying, for example, Trello lets you work more collaboratively and get more done. Instead of saying that, we can just say work collaboratively, get more done, right? And again, I'll send this link so that you guys have it and you can check it out on your own. There are some really cool ones that I saw that I wanted to point out. This one here. Instead of the world's first portable digital media player, 1,000 songs in your pocket, right? It speaks so directly to the benefit of that particular product. And I think when we're writing copy for direct advertising especially, we always talk about the fact that let's try to talk about the benefits, right? Let's try to talk about the benefits of whatever product or solution it is, or service rather, it is that we're doing, instead of the features of it, right? So for example, number 3 here is a perfect example, right? This is more of a features. What is it? Not what benefit it provides. Another one that I liked, I'm going to go a little bit further down. Again, these are 17. So I'm going to go here, this one. Write how you talk. And again, this goes back to something that I always talk about, that those of you that have heard me talk about this before, which is make sure you speak to your audience. First of all, make sure you know who your audience is, and then you want to speak the same language. And within that, your personality or the personality of your brand is going to come off better, in my opinion, if you speak the same language that you would use normally, right? So one of the biggest challenges we have as marketers, of course, getting that voice. So for example, this one here, before Basecamp, the boss is wondering how he'll quickly transition the team to remote and blah, blah, blah. I already got bored. But with talking about writing more how you talk, it turns into you're wondering how you'll quickly transition your team to remote work. People are stressed, work feels scattered, projects are slipping, and it's tough to see plus manage everything. So it's more a little bit of writing how you actually talk. And last one that I wanted to point out, where is it? Well, you know, I think I may have missed it here. I was actually talking about that first line. One of the great copywriters that I've read from and learned from says every single piece of copy has one objective, and that one objective is to get the person to read the next line. So with that in mind, that first line is very crucial, because that first line is going to make them read the next line. That next line is going to make them read the next line, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously, as they read more and more of those lines, they'll be in a better position, of course, to trust you and to trust what you're actually saying. And one last thing that I want to mention about copy, and something that we find somewhat successful, is when we're selling products or services, don't be afraid to tell a story. Don't be afraid to actually make it a story. We, as humans, we prefer to read stories as opposed to be sold to, because we can actually relate better to a story, right? So again, depending on your product, on your service, you may consider actually whether it be writing a story or telling a story to get your message across. And again, just like we do every week, we will definitely send these links for you guys to take a look, and hopefully to help you out in your digital marketing journey. And with that in mind, I'm going to open the floor and see what's going on this week. What can we help you guys with? I know we have a few people, so please feel free to unmute yourselves, and yeah, we can chat away. Or not.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, Ben? How's it going?
Oh, it's going, buddy. I don't know if I have specific questions or not, but I guess if you want me to, we can look at, I'm sure you saw that I posted my second video, and I decided to put some money behind it, which is great.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah. On Facebook?
Yeah.
All
so
right,
Facebook
man.
business page. Yeah.
Let's go here. Here we are.
One.
There we go.
So that was just my intro one. And then
I like this.
That's nice.
That was my second one there, yeah. And so I have the numbers here. Bring it up. But the first one performed pretty well. It was pure organic, obviously.
Nice.
But the second one, I thought, you know what, it's a little bit more broad, more general, and so I decided to put a bit, just like $25 spread over 7 days, right? So like you were saying, even like $2 or $3 a day makes a big difference.
So you boosted this post? Is that what I'm understanding?
I boosted it, yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. And are you still running it right now?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And so been getting pretty good traction from it. I was going to ask you, I tried to boost, I obviously, I posted it across all my platforms. So I'm using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Yep.
And so I've been posting directly to each of those platforms just because I know that's the algorithms. They like that better than sharing, right?
Absolutely. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So especially, I didn't realize that for LinkedIn too, because my first post there, I just shared as a link to this page. But then when I realized it still got a ton of views, which is great, but it didn't show up as an actual video playing within LinkedIn. And so now I'm like, it's too, I guess, I don't know if it's too late or should I repost it and put it in it, or just my second video, I uploaded directly to LinkedIn, and it's, again, seems to be performing a lot better too. So
Yeah, you know what? Funny enough, there was a time when Facebook didn't allow to put, well, it didn't have the platform to do videos, and YouTube links used to work phenomenally well. But as soon as they invested, I'm talking about like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, which is obviously another century in the digital marketing world. But as soon as they actually started investing in their own video platform, like YouTube links and stuff like that just like are dead, right? They don't want to send traffic to a competitor of theirs.
yeah.
You know what I would suggest on your video here, if I may?
Yeah.
Actually, here, I'll ask you, what do you think I'm going to suggest?
I forgot, but I wanted to get it up, but I did not put subtitles on it.
There you go.
Yeah. I know, and I've been using the, I uploaded, for some reason, I don't know if you've had this problem lately, but I uploaded it to YouTube, and I know YouTube, you can get your subtitles for free, right? Like, you can just download them and then fix it up. But for some reason in the editor, it's not playing my videos. So I can't even play it and follow along. I don't know, like in the YouTube studio on the back end.
Yep.
For some reason, it's not. It's like there's some sort of playback error, and I don't know whether it's because of the encoding or is there a problem with YouTube right now. It just said check back later. So
I'm just looking at Bailey right now because she's the one, and she says nope, she hasn't had any issues with that. But also, you can also do this with Facebook, right? Like they'll let you do it for free.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So Facebook actually lets you do it for free. I don't remember if Facebook actually lets you download the SRT file though, so that you can upload it anywhere else. But yeah, Facebook will actually, and I was just doing that I think last week at some point. I used Facebook's free one to do some subtitles on a couple videos that I uploaded for a couple clients.
Is that in the editor somewhere, or like, can I do it directly from here, or?
Yeah. So as soon as you upload, you know what? I'm just gonna stop sharing. Just privacy issues. But I'm gonna go end up back into a page that I can show you guys. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. But anyway, so just to give you the stats, like right now I got 700 organic reach, and paid reach is about 485. So I'm about 1152, which is
nice.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. And actually, remind me of those stats. I'm gonna come back to that. But for example, I'm just trying to load a video just so that you can see. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm a little bit slower getting this up today. I was having issues with my computer. For those of you who use Google File Drive Stream with your Mac, there was a huge issue for the last couple of weeks where sometimes Google File Stream will just literally freeze the computer and boop, it would just turn off.
Oh boy.
And the solution that I found after a bunch of research was that my antivirus was actually the one causing that. Oh. So I had to uninstall my antivirus. I had to install a different antivirus, and that was it. So if any of you runs a Mac and was running into that issues, and interestingly enough, it was just not me, right? Obviously, I checked a bunch of internet forums where that was happening as well. But most importantly, Bailey was also having the same issue, and we both have Macs, right? So you know what? Let me upload this, or pretend to upload this video. And I'll show you here how to do this. So I'm going to share my screen again. This one here. All right, so I'm in my own page right now, right? Oh, it didn't let me do it. Hold on a second. Let me go in again. I'm going to go here again. I'm looking for a video that I can upload. And I think I had one here. Nope, I missed it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I literally just had one ready to go right now. But anyways, you know what? Basically, as soon as you upload it, it takes you to a little editor. Here are my MP.
Can I add them after the fact or no?
Oh, good idea. Okay, so I can go to already posted video. Can you add them after the fact? I don't know. Bailey says yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do it through here. This is an already posted video. There you go. So basically on the right-hand side,
yeah.
you have all these details, right? And I know they're grayed out, so sometimes people miss them. But you can actually, under your subtitles and captions, you can select the language. And you can auto-generate. And that would actually generate your your closed captions, right?
Nice. But you're like, you said you can't download them like you can on YouTube, though.
You know what? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, we're unable to auto-generate captions for English. Don't ask me. Okay. Just as a word of caution, I've been having this love-hate relationship with Facebook over the past week because it's been so buggy. I'm going to give you an example of what's happening to me. I'll give you all. I've been running ads for a client of ours. We've been running ads, and literally they would get rejected. I request for a review. The review comes back and they say, you know what, there's nothing we can do. They go into a manual review. Manual review comes back with an email saying there's nothing we can do, despite the fact that there's no violation of Facebook policies, by the way. But they're still saying that. So I'm like, you know what, it is what it is, right? So just keep creating ads. And next thing you know, like a day later, they would actually get approved. And then 4 hours later, they would get rejected again. And then 2 days later, they would get approved. Like, it's been driving me absolutely nuts.
That's nuts.
So at any point in time for that specific thing, we've had like, I don't know, maybe 20 ads running that sort of like turn on and off. And yeah, basically they're almost as random, right? And I've heard from other people as well that they're having tons of issues. Some of my colleagues that are having issues with Facebook. So I'm assuming something's happening with their platform, which is not uncommon, by the way. Just a couple months ago, the ability to actually post ads was gone for like 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I want to leave. I don't know why it's not letting me do it, but that's where you would actually do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, your statistics are pretty good. I had a point to your statistics. Oh, how big is your audience?
As in just like how many followers do I have?
No, so like when you posted this, for all intents and purposes, this ad.
Yep.
Right? How big was that audience that you're actually sharing it with?
Like who I'm trying to get to?
Yeah.
If I go to Ad Center.
Yep.
And overview or audiences, right?
Yeah, if you saved it, it should be under audiences.
Oh, I didn't save it. Oops.
Okay, that's okay. If you go under your ad and you edit the ad, under the ad set part, you should be able to see the size. I just want to make sure that it's big enough that you're not restricting Facebook on the amount of people that it can reach.
So I go to the ad and then edit. We should save this. See it. Normally it's.
So if you go to your ads manager.
Yeah, I see audience. Choose people you choose through targeting.
Okay, cool. So on the right-hand side, and this is for the post that you have running right now, right? On the right-hand side, do you see there should be a little graphic that talks about your audience?
Now it's showing my just showing my ad.
Showing your ad. Okay, here, let me share you my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is my ads manager, right?
Oh, ads manager, right.
Yeah. If I go to my ad set level, I go to edit. There's this little thing that says here audience definition.
Got it. I think I've lost my mouse.
You lost your mouse?
Yeah. Weird. Oh boy. Well, something happened when you shared your screen or whatever. It like my mouse disappeared.
Press escape. That usually escapes anything that you may be into.
Oh boy. I can still hear you. I see things moving on my screen, but I don't know where my mouse is. Oh boy. All right.
It's the full moon.
It is. Oh, it is a full moon, eh?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh wow, good to know. Funny enough.
Yeah, I'm oh dang it.
Are you on the Mac or on a PC?
I'm on my Mac.
Press F3.
Oh, there's my mouse.
There you go.
Hey, look at that. Okay, so where do I go, Efren? Is it page and then?
So go to your profile.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're here on your profile, and I'll do it really quickly on my screen. If you're here on your profile, at the bottom, you should see where is it? Ads Manager right here. And if you click on that, you should end up in a screen similar to this.
Yeah, I remember this back in the days of working at the soccer club. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So, you want to know what my campaigns is? You said.
Yeah. So if you go, by the way, this is where, for us, this is the meat of potatoes of how we track statistics of any kind of paid effort that we do, right? Now, interestingly enough, and I'm going to mention this because it's a, how can I put this? An oversight. That's a good word. It's an oversight that happens really often. And it happens to me a lot, even though I'm here every day. I go in and I'm like, oh my God, something happened to my ad. Facebook must have just deleted the information. Word of caution, go to the top right. Make sure you have
The right date set?
Yeah, your date set for when that ad actually was running. And then as you can see, magically the information shows up.
So where did I see my, which was it ad sets or campaigns that you want to see?
So you go to ad sets and then you click on edit. And then on the right hand side, you should have where it says audience definition.
So edit the post or view charts, it doesn't matter.
No, just hit edit.
Okay. Audience definition, potential reach 4.5 million people.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I basically just sent it to Burlington plus like, I don't know, whatever it was, a radius of whatever it was, 50 kilometers or something like that.
So something that you can test for your next run, or I would suggest you test, is layer the demographic of your audience. So basically based on your persona, right? Who are the most likely people that would be interested in this material? Who is the group of people that you are most likely are going to add value with your material?
Right.
And start layering interests and bring down your audience to 1 million, right? You're going to find that probably if you go to like, if you go to your age range, you're going to do that. And maybe if you add one interest, you're going to see that audience just comes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, what I was saying is this here is my bread and butter for any kind of advertising that I do. So anything that I pay Facebook, obviously for myself or for our clients, this is what we look at, right? This is the statistics that we go for to see whether a campaign was effective or not, and whether I can actually compare to something else. Again, there's only one thing that I ran from this ad account, so you can only see one thing right now. But one little change that I like doing here is this. If you go to columns and you go on performance and clicks, it gives you a little more data. And you can play around with a bunch of data that Facebook has. And something cool that I'm going to show you right now is if you go on, where is it? Here. Oh, I think this was a video, so I'm not sure it's going to work. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. So if I go to performance and clicks and I go to breakdown, you can go by delivery and you can actually choose. Sorry, I didn't know I was not sharing my screen. I totally thought I was sharing my screen. Here I am giving the best explanation I've ever given. Sorry, guys. Am I on? Okay, cool. So, oh, I'm going to take this out again. All right. So from my ads manager on my statistics, right, this is where I'm going to look how things are going. I'll usually change this to performance and clicks. Especially if you're driving traffic to a website, your click-through rate, you want it to be around 1%. And something cool that you can do is with your breakdown, you can click on platform and device. Actually, no, I want to do placement and device, sorry. There. So it tells you the statistic by the device and where it was actually placed. I think it's cool. Anyway, so for example, if we would have ran this campaign through Instagram, it would actually give me the Instagram data here. How many people saw it on desktop? How many people saw it on mobile? How many people saw it on an Android, on an iPad, and an iPhone? Maybe this is a little bit easier. There you go. And this can actually help you build your content, right? Because if you have that, I don't know, 80% of your people are looking at it on mobile,
yeah.
Then you have to make sure that your content that you're putting there is mobile friendly, right? If you're getting a lot of traction on Instagram, then you have to make sure that your video is probably square, because it's going to do a little bit better, or a 4:3 ratio. It's going to do a little bit better on Instagram than if you do a wide one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I was trying to I posted the same video on Instagram, but obviously it's not linked, even though my Instagram account and the Facebook account is linked. And I know, like I said, when I was doing this for at my previous job, that like whenever I boosted a post or did an ad, usually it ran on both Facebook and Instagram, but it didn't for me this time. Was that because I uploaded it on Instagram in IGTV, which is different?
No. What ended up happening is, so what I would do from now on is I would actually go into my ads manager, and create it from here.
Got it.
Right. So, and I'll show you real quick.
Because I just click boost post and just put money, right? So that's the difference.
That's it. And that's one of the difference of when we move into that next level, right? So for example, here, I'm going to choose that I want to do video views, right? I'm going to go quickly through this because I want to get here. Under the identity, you can actually choose the Instagram account.
Yeah.
Under the ad section, right on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you can actually choose an existing post.
Yeah, and I recognize it from when it's been a little while since I've done this for.
There you go. So for example, the content calendar we did last week, I could actually choose. Now, word of caution for everybody here. You have to, if you want to do this, and this is a next step. So your boosting is your basic level. This would be your second next step, which is creating an ad through Ads Manager off a post that you have on your page. The word of caution I was going to say this is that, of course, if you want to amplify the reach of what you have on your page, you have to make sure that the post is on your page, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to come here and be like, it's not here. I don't know what I'm going to do, right? And by the way, you can also do stuff from Instagram. I actually don't know why it's not showing. Oh, maybe because it's not here. There you go.
Right, and then it goes, then you can see what it'll look like on Instagram versus that, and cool.
Yeah, some of the ones that we can actually put on Instagram.
So it doesn't matter, even if the video exists on my Instagram as part of IGTV and it's not square, it's just horizontal, like full?
I actually don't know if your IGTV video will show up here. I actually don't think it will show up here.
Yeah, so it's got to be a
the whole idea with IGTV is that it's more of an instantaneous reaction, right?
Mm.
Like your IGTV lives for what, 24 hours, is it? No, those are permanent. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking about stories. But yeah, I don't think your IGTV is not going to be here because they created that more as a live feature, right? Like your immediate interaction.
Okay. Because that's how I've been uploading the videos, and then they show up on your main feed, but because they're full length, and then they still show up in the ratio, and you know what I mean? But yeah. Because I haven't been reformatting my videos to be square so that they're on as a post.
Mm.
Hold on a second.
I guess I was just trying to save myself work, having to go into Premiere Pro and re-edit my video and make it like with the 1:1 ratio and all that stuff, as opposed to just like uploading it full HD quality from my browser, right? So.
Yep. The other thing that Bailey is pointing out to me right now is that, of course, when you create, so say for example, right now, I'm going to create an ad based on an existing post from my Facebook page, right? On the little right-hand side here, oh, it doesn't post because it's over 120 seconds. But anyways, on the little right-hand side here, you can actually see how it's going to show up in the different places, right?
Yeah.
So this is how it's going to show up in mobile. This is how it's going to show up on desktop. This is going to how show up as an instant article. This is with your in video stream, your video feeds. Some can show up on Marketplace. But yeah, so I would suggest, Ben, because you're a little more familiar with this, or you have been, I would suggest your next video, run it through here, go through this process. Obviously, the more you do it, the easier it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, always go back to your ads manager. Let me just cancel this. Hold on. Always go back to your ads manager. Make sure that check your data. Make sure that make sure that your data is like you can actually gauge, right? What you cannot measure, you cannot improve.
Right.
So this can be a good indicator of whether maybe you have the wrong audience, maybe your material, maybe one of your videos resonated more. Maybe if you talk about I don't know, financial planning for after the crisis is resonating more than just a generic topic.
Right.
And you can play a little bit around with that.
Nice. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you got it. So, any other questions? I think, yeah, I see Angie joined. I thought I heard the beep. Any other questions that I can help you with, guys? The day of today. Victoria, Angie, do you guys have anything?
I do. I was just trying to turn on my mic there.
Perfect.
So do you guys use Planoly still for your posting,
No.
or do you use another app?
No, we used to use Planable.
Okay.
Which is this one here. We used to use Planable, but now we're actually using.
We can't see you, by the way.
Can't see your screen.
I can't see you or anything.
I'm sorry, guys.
Looking at myself and Angie right now, which is great, but, you know.
Oh God. Okay. We used to use Planable, which is this one here, but now we were using Sendable. And the reason we switched is because Plannable was not able to post directly into Instagram. And we're doing more stuff on Instagram right now, and Sendable is.
Oh, okay. And so Sendable is just kind of like, does it show you the square? Have you looked at Planoly?
Years ago.
Because I'm using Planoly right now because it's free for posting to Instagram. And it shows me like how the post will look in the feed. Does Sendable do the same?
No, Sendable doesn't do that. I think Plannable did that, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. No, Plannable didn't do that either. Ah, okay. So Bailey just told me. Planoly was built to be Instagram specific, so that's why you probably can see a little bit better the visual on how it comes out on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know for posting to Facebook you have to pay, so I just post to Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, again, right, because we're managing many accounts, and we need different features that you wouldn't need as a user. We're on Sendable right now. Just like you guys know, right? We have you guys approve the content and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know. My God, I'm just like, yeah. Apparently my camera was off. Sorry, guys. Just, I don't know what's going on today.
Blame it on the full moon.
Full moon. Thank you, Betty Ann.
I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
Absolutely, appreciate it. Does that answer your question, Victoria?
Yeah, I think I'll probably just continue with Planoly because I don't really need all the other stuff, I don't think.
Yeah. Another one that you can post directly to Instagram is Hootsuite.
Yeah.
I've used Hootsuite, and I think you can post directly to Facebook with it, but I don't think it's the free version. I think you have to pay for that.
Yes.
The free version does as well because I use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I particularly was never a fan of Hootsuite.
Yeah, me
To be
neither.
honest with you. The formatting, I just don't know. I never got used to Hootsuite. I know it's a very powerful tool.
Mm-hmm.
I ran it years ago when they pretty much first came out for a pretty big campaign that I had back then. Yeah, it just the way things are laid out drives me crazy. It's just not the way I work, I guess. So yeah.
No, I like Sprout Social better.
There you go. Yeah, Sprout is pretty good.
Yeah.
Sprout is pretty good. A little bit more on the pricier side.
Yes.
Yeah, but Sprout is pretty good. There you go. And I think Sprout also you can post directly into Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. At least the paid version you can. Anyways, that answer your question, Victoria?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
No, thank you. Any other question, guys? Like Betty Ann, do you have anything that you would like to ask today?
No, I'm good for now. Thanks.
Awesome. Anything else? No, I guess it's a wrap. Just like every week, guys, I am incredibly thankful for all and each and every one of you that joins this calls. For those of you who are watching the rerun, I'm also thankful for you watching the rerun. As usual, for the people that attended today, we will be sending an email with the links of the information that we had at the beginning of the meeting. And just because it's important, I'm going to reiterate one part of it, which is this. GoDaddy had a data breach. So if you have your domains that are that you bought through GoDaddy, or your web host isn't GoDaddy, please make sure you go and you change your passwords, because they seem to have had a major data breach, more than 19 million customers. Again, I'll send you the link. We'll send you the link to this and to the other thing I talked about copywriting. That's it. Hopefully I get to see each and every one of you next week. Thank you again. Stay safe, and yeah, see you next week.
Thank you very much, Efren.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Efren.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.